Chumley, Iridium, hope everyone's doing all right. You know what this means? We've got metal to talk about. So, ScreaMachine on Frontiers Records, and let me just say, this is the first release of four Frontiers releases yesterday. Massive day for Frontiers yesterday and for metal music. So, ScreaMachine debut album, self-titled album. This is a great album. This is proper metal. I spoke about this. I weren't sure, you know, they brought 2 singles out. A third one came out yesterday as well. The first 2 singles were true metal, you know, not speed metal or anything like that. And I thought, well, I don't know what to expect. They could do some speed metal. There's only once on one song where it's a bit speedy, but that's a good song as well, and they mix it up within the song. It's just not a speed metal song. It's just parts of it are. So I'm happy about that. I'm not a speed metal fan. So this is true metal influences, and these influences, I was thinking about this because sorry, I got my tea here, because when the Frontiers, when they put a little write-up of the album, they always put what the influences are, or for fans of, if you like, a lot of the time. And there was a few on there that I agree with and some that I didn't. I think this band are influenced by definitely Judas Priest and Primal Fear. They go hand in hand, really. Saxon. I could really hear Saxon, British band Saxon. So if you're a fan of Saxon, you might like this. And definitely a bit of Manowar as well. I like some Manowar stuff as well. And that's where the true metal stuff comes in. And some of the chanting and all that. I love it. I think it's great. So, a great album. A great self-titled album. A great debut from the band. So, on vocals, Valerio Carraccio. Alex Mela on guitar, Paolo Campitelli on guitar, Francesco Bucci on bass, Alfonso Carras on drums. Now, I've said them names now. It's the 3rd time and I'm still shit. But there you go. I'm hoping I'm metal enough today. This is what I bought this, just to be metal enough, mainly for this album. But obviously every time metal band comes out with an album or a single, this is going on. I hope the band are watching. Is this metal enough? Do you approve? I hope so. Anyway, so let's talk about every track like I always do on the album. So kicking off the album is the first single that was released, Demon Dome, which I loved. I thought it was a great single, and it's perfect to kick off the album. It just shows the band and what they're like and what you're going to get during the whole album, you know. Great song. Then go straight into the second single, The Metal Monster, which I loved as well. Brilliant galloping riff going on in this, so that was a great one. Done reactions for both of those songs, so check out those videos if you want to see my reactions to both of those. Then we get into the album, the songs I haven't heard yet. So the third song is The Human God. This is proper classic metal. Singer sings in a deeper tone, and he does that quite a bit on the album, but now and again he'll scream, especially on this song, and he's got a brilliant scream. I actually wished he'd screamed a little bit more throughout the album. He seems to keep it in the lower range, which I like. I like, it's not all about how high you can sing, but this guy can definitely sing high as well. So, you know, in this one especially, some brilliant screams coming on this one. This song sort of rides along on a really intricate sort of riff. It's brilliant while the singer's singing over it. A great solo, by the way, and big shout out to these guitarists in this band. They done some amazing technical solos all the way through this album. Some of the best guitaring you hear, you know, for a debut album for these guys. I just think it's fantastic, and the solos just are outstanding. Everyone does their job. Bass guitar, drums, everyone's a fantastic musician. You know, it's funny, isn't it? All these bands that are about, these new bands, and they've got some brilliant killer guitarists, bass guitarists and drummers and singers, and you just don't, you know, all of a sudden they come on the scene. I don't know how old these guys are. Don't think they've been about that long, but it just shows you the talent that's out there. You know, hopefully there's a lot more, and then metal will be forever, won't it? You know, so that's cool. Next up is Dark Steel. This is the fourth track. Nice heavy riff kicking off, like it does throughout the album. Really heavy, good heavy riffing, followed by a nice galloping bass line. I like a galloping metal. This is like a slow to medium pace sort of song. Really cool. Gang vocal chorus. Love a bit of gang vocals. This song could lead like an army into fucking battle. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm not being funny. Nice twin lead parts before the solo as well. So nice twin lead kicks off the solo, then it goes into it proper. Love a bit of twin lead. Fucking love that. So next up is the fifth track, Mistress of Disaster. Nice early 80s new wave of British heavy metal riff on this one. This is where I thought the Saxon. I think, you know, this sounds a bit like Saxon. Sort of more modern Saxon as well. Saxon have sort of changed over the years as well, become more of a modern sort of sounding band. Well, they would do. They change with the times, and I think this is what they sound like. This is more of a sort of heavy rock and roll once this gets into this song. Really fun song, actually, Mistress of Disaster. So next up is 52 Hertz. Nice classic metal riff again, over the verses, then into a lot of heavy chugging chords, then a really catchy fun chorus. Not fun as in cheesy, but really good fun. Song covers a lot of aspects of metal, that one. You know, it switches about a lot of different stuff. Really cool. Next up is the third single, which just got released yesterday on release day of the album, Wisdom of the Ages. This is one of my favourite tracks. And just to hark back to Dark Steel as well, the fourth track, that was one of my favourite tracks as well, a highlight, I think. But Wisdom of the Ages is also one of them. The band slows down a bit, but still such a heavy chorus. This song goes into a very cool extended solo as well. Solos, like I said, everyone is amazing. Every solo on this album. This is a lot more a heavy ballad, if you like. You know, I wouldn't call it a ballad as in an 80s AOR ballad. It's heavy, but it's still a ballad. Maybe a bit too heavy for a ballad. I'm not really sure. It's sort of, I think I'm just veering away from the ballad talk because of my hat. I'm looking at my hat now as I'm filming, thinking, what are you talking about? This one's actually got a guest appearance by Herbie Langen's Firewind vocalist. He's a really cool vocalist as well, so the two sort of trade it off on this one. Next up, track 8, Silver Fever. Vocalist gets his like Rob Alford on this one a lot, with a nice chugging, sort of over a nice chugging technical riff again. They really do some really clever riffing. It ain't just power chords, it's some real cool, you know, intricate stuff. The chorus is backed up by some real cool double kick drum as well. It ain't like you hear double kick drum all over this album, but when it comes in, it's really cool. By the way, I know he says he gets his Halford on, but controversially again, Rob Alford, I'm not really too keen. This vocalist on here, he's got a lot better tone than Rob Halford. Ready for the arse kicking. Next up, track 9, Dancing with Shadows. Cool galloping maiden-esque sort of riff on this one, in the verses especially. Great guitar work throughout, like every single song. I sort of like it's got like an unorthodox pre-chorus. It sort of shouldn't fit, but it does. Very cool indeed. Dancing with Shadows, good track. Next up is the last song on the album, and that's the title track, ScreaMachine. So we have the band ScreaMachine performing ScreaMachine on ScreaMachine. Very cool. So this is the one that has some, like, sometimes it comes in and out of speed metal. Only parts of it though, only parts of it. It's not the whole song. But it just shows the band's versatility, and they could, if they wanted to, play fast, you know, but it's only in little bits, and I quite like that. This one's got sort of a Halloween vibe to it, this one. Not the song, the band in general. It's got that sort of feel to it, that European sort of speed metal sort of feel to it. Only on parts though. Still a good track. That rounds off the whole album. 10 tracks of pure fucking metal. There you go. So my first review of the day. It's a thumbs up. Well done, guys, on your debut album. I think it's a really good album. Can't wait for more to come. I really can't. So well done, guys. What do you think of the ScreaMachine album? Any of you guys got it yet? Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'll see you next time.